Aries, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for July 27th through August 2nd. My name is Athen. So we've got only one major aspect this week. We have a full moon taking place about midweek, which is involving your 10th house of work and career and everything on that public level. The one major aspect is Jupiter squaring up to Saturn, and Saturn then going station direct here Saturday and Sunday. So pretty simple in terms of the astrological aspects. So let's go and dive into it in detail. Coming into this week, we had a perhaps new direction from the previous weekend when we had Mars squaring up to Uranus. So maybe there were some things that you decided to revolutionarily change in your life relating to the way you're communicating or thinking about things or correspondence or siblings, which has been Mars transiting this third house. So Uranus has hopefully set you off on a new path there with some changes there. Maybe also since Uranus and Venus did go retrograde this previous weekend, maybe you're set off in a new direction in terms of how you can have more tranquility, peace, and spirituality, a spiritual connection in your life, as well as perhaps how to express yourself. So these are the kind of things to start, to continue to reflect on this week as these two planets start to gain their momentum retrograde in terms of spirituality and also self-expression, joy and playfulness, and your overall values in general with Venus retrograde as well. So that being said, we do enter the week. There's no major aspects Monday or Tuesday, but we are certainly going off in that new direction. The moon will be gaining its momentum, so we'll be in that gibbous phase. And then Wednesday, we start this aspect between Jupiter and Saturn within a 1-degree orb. I mean, we'll feel this, but especially from Wednesday and going into next week. So that being said, first of all, there's been a lot of hopefully expansion and possibilities relating to home, family, past, roots, your emotional body, things expanding on that level, or at least an interest and wisdom coming through in relation to that. And now all of that is finishing up. We're going to have Jupiter going into your 5th house this month. And before he does, here we've got this square from Saturn. So Saturn, the planet of that discipline, hard work, and pragmatism, has recently gone into your 7th house again of relationships. So continuing this week, I think wanting to work hard and have that balance and that really good grounded energy to your one-on-one connections, to contracts, business sort of dealings, whatever it is for you, will help assist and help ground a lot of these opportunities that perhaps are still coming through, or things you're kind of finishing up touches with in regards to that 4th house with Jupiter there. And there's still a lot of emphasis here with the 4th house. That full moon will be activating it, so keeping balance with that. But in general, in terms of these opportunities, it's a great week to put in that hard work and discipline with it, whatever it is, or patience or long-term planning or whatever it is for you. So that being said, Jupiter is likewise expanding your relationship sector. So, along with putting in that discipline and stuff, seeing the possibilities with that, it's really about merging possibilities in a grounded way to really concretize these two areas of your chart. So that being said, that's going to be, like I said, going in all the way into next week. And as the week unfolds, that'll gain more and more momentum. And one thing, too, is we can look at the ruler of Libra and of Leo to get a little more indication of this. So in terms of Libra, Venus has, gone through that retrograde period, should be gaining momentum here about midweek in regards to these values. So hopefully, whatever you've been thinking about redoing, reflecting on with your self-expression, with fun, joy, small business, creative projects, whatever that is for you, it's a good week for that, because it'll be through that will assist a lot of this Jupiter squaring Saturn energy. Likewise, the Sun recently, over the past week, has gone into your 4th house. So here the energy has been about expressing your feelings, reflective energy. There's a lot of this reflective sort of theme in your chart, and your ruler, let's not forget, is in the 3rd house. So perhaps there's still a lot of assertiveness about your ideas, your communications, thoughts, and things like that. But in the meanwhile, there is this kind of undertone to everything. Maybe reflecting on the past, nostalgia, things like this. So do that, because this is the Sun, and that Sun will be supporting that energy in regards to how to continue to expand and structure that 4th house this week. So that's, like I said, all week. And then on Friday, we've got that full moon here in that 10th house of yours. Excuse me. which is all about the work, career, and everything on that public and legacy level. So anything that you've been working on in terms of career work over the past 6 months, this can be a culmination point of that, or at least an awareness point of that part of your chart. So a good time to see these things, reflect on it, and put any energy into it, especially in regards to anything new you started 2 weeks ago about either your thought patterns, about communication, learning, courses, books, things like that, or maybe in regards to home and family, because like I said, this fourth house is really activated for you. So an important thing this week, especially Friday, is to just keep that balance between whatever's going on here in your fourth house, with also putting in that energy with work and career or public life. So it's the classic example of balancing the outward public life with the domestic private life, and it'll be through that balance you'll have that energy and awareness of both areas. But in either case, should be an awareness of both. Should be some clarity in terms of what these changes are there for you in both of these houses. So that being said, Saturday and Sunday, Saturn goes station direct in that 7th house. So this will be the last time Saturn transits the 7th now, as he starts to move forward for the rest of this month. Anything new that's shifting this weekend about relationships or one-on-one connections and contracts, applying it, because you've been hopefully reflecting on these things or redoing this part of your life. And so now with Saturn direct, it's an opportunity to really solidify it, put it into action, put it into play, so that now before Saturn comes back here for not another 28 years, you can really finish this stuff up or put in any last minute details in regards to that 7th house. So that's the major transits. One transit also Saturday and Sunday, Mercury will be trining up to Uranus. So I think there is some changes with the way you express yourself, with the way you think about these emotional, sentimental aspects of life, and very supportive for any changes that are continuing for you into the weekend in regards to that 4th house. So supportive energy there. The key there is to continue to reflect on, like I was saying, about your spirituality, how you can have more freedom in your life, because we're all reflecting on this with Uranus retrograde. How can we have more excitement, more freedom, more enjoyment in our life? And by the weekend, all of that should be very much supporting any changes continuing that you might want to make with that 4th house. So Aries, have a nice week. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll talk to you all next time.